Today we are on a mission to declutter, and this is very important. I spend most of my time at home. I am a homemaker and very, very frugal. Do not like to spend a lot of money for hobbies. I stay home and I do projects, fun projects like gardening, which is on hold right now until the weather dries up a little bit. We are going to work on the house today, decluttering. And what should you do when you declutter? You should pick the most cluttered room in the house and do it first. I just believe that's the best way to do it. Let me know what works for you. This is part of a collaboration with Shannon from Us and Our Bunch, who is hosting this collaboration, and also Misty from Down Home Misty Style. She's doing it too, and we're on it. We are women that are taking care of business here. We need to get our crap together and get busy and start decluttering, cleaning, and organizing. So that's what we're going to do in this video. I'm going to the room that is the most cluttered to start with, and that's probably all I'm going to be able to do today, but this room is it a catch-all, and I don't know exactly what to do with it. It is a hobby room, a storage room, and part of a bedroom because I have a closet with clothing there also. Let's check it out. It's not a pretty sight. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. And here is the back room. This table right here is supposed to have eventually have a mini garden going on for starter plants with the grow lights. Now, before I got that idea, I was doing paper crafts for seasonal holidays. And it came in handy. And I have a file here where I have some handy craft supplies and cards, like holiday cards, things like that, and construction paper. And it needs organized too, but we won't worry about that right now. I'm just worried about what we're seeing here, and we're seeing a mess. I mean, this is totally a mess. And if you have a room like this, let me know, because all of us, most of us, have one room that is the catch-all, or one corner or one table. And these catch-alls, boy, they can get really, really cluttered. This has been neglected. I had it looking pretty good in the spring before I got out there to the garden and got busy and got distracted from household duties by spending time outside in the beautiful weather and just enjoying the summer. So that was worth it, even though we have all this clutter now. And you can see I haven't kept up with it. We have dog supplies. What else do we have here? We have home supplies, paper towels there. I have a new bucket for the mop. And it's just sitting there in the middle of the floor. And we have a basket that can, this is the basket where you throw things in it. And yeah, we're going to use this basket. This will come in handy. And as we organize everything and see where it goes, because this stuff is just a hodgepodge of anything and everything. And there's even a friendly ghost back there that needs to go down the basement until next October for Halloween. This is my husband's little storage nook where he keeps some of his hobby supplies and other items, and some items I don't know exactly what they are, to tell the truth. But I could make this look a little neater, but he's in charge of this, and I don't want to dig into it too much, and I'm not going to get rid of anything because this is his area of the room, and it's a very small corner compared to the rest of the room I'm in charge of. And there's part of an old Kirby sweeper from the 1960s and a weight where he used to lift weights. Just a little bit of everything that he hasn't. He just stuck it in this corner. He said, I'll work with it later. But this ghost certainly does not belong here. It belongs down in the basement. Anything that's out of season for decorations needs to go to the basement. So we'll put that right there. I believe that's the only Halloween thing in this room. I think I got everything else downstairs. These are my Thanksgiving decorations, and we'll be setting those up real soon. I like wall decorations. Call me corny, but I like wall decorations. And these pilgrims are darling, don't you think? Okay, I've got all of my Thanksgiving and fall decorations in here to add to the front room eventually. But right now, we're not doing that. We are organizing. Towels, I know exactly where these go. They go in one of these closets back here. If you have a small house like we do, then an extra space on a shelf in a clothing closet is ideal for home supplies like paper towels. And these are the dog supplies, and I just need to straighten this up and make it look neater and more organized. I keep the dog supplies on this table. This is our Boo Boo's special table for her groceries and dog supplies. She doesn't use these very often now because she's completely potty trained, but at night we would keep this on the floor for both doggies. We had a dog that passed away several months ago, and her name was Smoochie, and she always used the pads in the front room at night because we kept our bedroom door closed. But Boo Boo sleeps under our bed. She's by herself now. She doesn't have her sister with her anymore, and it just makes her feel more secure to sleep under our bed. And we have a carpet in the bedroom, and we have little doggy supplies in there. Let's see, we have extra leashes and little squeaker toys that she's had for years, and her sister chewed on this more than she did actually, but Boo Boo always loved this one. I need to organize this and make it look a lot neater. I'm just going to take, she has 1 can of soft food a day, so I'm just going to take these out so that it's easier for my husband because he likes to feed her now. I fed the dogs for over 3 years, and he's decided he's going to take over that responsibility. I think that's very nice of him. Well, my husband and I must be on a different planet. He was in charge of feeding her. He just gave her this kind every single day since he opened that box, just 1 kind of food. And so it's not going to be alternated as much as I thought, but we do have it alternated according to 2 different flavors of food. This is for trash. I think we'll use this for recycling for now. All right, there's just a little bit of food in this bag, and I could not find a container that we were not using in the kitchen that would work for this. So I'm pretty sure it will fit in this clear bag. I just think it will look nicer, and it's clear, and it just has a nicer look to it. So I cut this bag down so it's easier to pour into this bag. Good. So this table is a lot more organized. This looks like it's out of place. This is a new bag. We won't need it for a while. She's a very small dog, and it will take a couple weeks for her to go through this. So what I do is I keep the extra bag of food under the table, and that's where it should be. And anything to do with the dog. This is our dog next door. Now we do have a chair here that's kind of in the way, but it's got to stay there because I don't know where else to put it. And this looks a lot better. You see, we have some larger dog supplies down below. Now over here, we have items that are going to be donated to the thrift store. A ukulele my husband doesn't use anymore. And some other items in here, some knickknacks, glass items that I wrapped up in tissue paper, and an old TV that works, but we don't need it. That's what this is over here. And it will be leaving this room very soon. We usually donate a whole bunch of stuff, and I go through the Christmas decorations and donate when I know for sure I'm not going to use this year. This is dedicated to gardening. It needs a lot of work. I have bulbs that I haven't planted yet. I'm going to try to get out there and plant these. The soil is warming up as we speak. The sun is out, and then we have other things to do with gardening and baskets for harvesting, flowers where I need to take the seeds off them, and package the seeds in envelopes so I can use them for next year or send them to someone else. These are marigolds. Here's some seeds from a butternut squash that are completely dry now, and I can put these in an envelope. So these will go into an envelope, and these right here I'm still taking off from a red pepper. Okay. Of course they start out green, so we'll call this a green pepper. When I bought the seeds it said green peppers, and then they ripened because we had such hot weather, and they taste sweeter. The longer they're in the sun, the sweeter they are. I have seeds that I didn't plant this year, like these radishes that I can plant in the spring. So we'll get an envelope. Butternut squash seeds, 2025 harvest. Okay, so I'll just put them in this envelope. Got those. And when the green pepper are finished drying out on this little paper towel, I'll have an envelope and I'll put them in there. It's already good to go. And this takes quite a bit of time, but you go through and see the marigold. This was a marigold flower. It's dried out. And then you have all your seeds. So this is a project I need to be working on, but right now it's going to stay where it's at because this will take a long time. Finished organizing this table. I'm not going to scrub it down or anything because I have to work on those flowers, and I want to do that real soon here because I want this room to be in top shape before Thanksgiving. Whatever they are. Organize my husband's items that he uses for hobbies, and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Since we didn't have a storage tote and I didn't want to buy one, I brought up an igloo chest that's nostalgic. It's been in his family for generations. And we're using this to store some of the loose items that belong to him. And he approved of what I did, so I'm glad to hear that. I moved the drawer, the little drawers over here where I keep crafts, and I don't need these anymore. Well, we need this one. This is going to have to go somewhere else, though. Maybe to the bottom. I really want these drawers for extra food supplies. Yeah. So I will take all of these, and I have a filing cabinet in the bedroom where I have my office, and I can and I'll be recycling some of these papers because I don't need all of them. And I'll go through because they're paper crafts and just construction paper, little pieces of this and that. And I'll organize that and put it in the bedroom filing cabinet. And there's an extra tray there for loading the refrigerator if we need to lay something down there. We have to keep the sweeper here because there's a plug here. I know it should be with the cleaning supplies, but that's where we keep it charged at all times. All right then, and this is where this is where I'm putting my recycle. I'm going to recycle that today. We're just about done with everything. We need to make donations coming up. But these are the Thanksgiving decorations. I'm going to put those out in the living room by the fireplace. So I moved the vegetable bin over here, and it looks a lot better, I think. It didn't make sense for the vegetable bin to be over here where we have cleaning supplies. I organized these. They look a lot better. I organized the top of my chest of drawers. I don't like to sew, just so that probably does not surprise you. I'd rather dig a ditch than sew, let me tell you. But this is a sewing box, and this is a catch-all box. It's got little knickknacks and things from over the years, and special papers. And then I've got some perfume here in my Bible, a little Bible. And there's a picture of my mom. So I've got my own little private nook over here. This is where we keep our luggage, as you can see, in case we travel. And we have a little ice chest. We can, if we need to take drinks with us and keep them cold. But I'm very pleased with the results. Let me know what you think. I think it's a major difference. It's a lot better organized. It's not perfect. We're not going to spend money. I'm not going to buy expensive units or have California Closet come out here or anything like that. I did not spend any money on this project. It only took a couple hours. I worked behind the scenes, let me tell you. You didn't get to see everything. I don't have enough storage on this jitterbug phone for that. But it is a big improvement, and I feel a lot better about it. Let me know what you think, and let me know what progress you're making on your declutter. Thanks for watching today. I appreciate you stopping by and seeing how we're decluttering and working on this, getting my crap together. It is going very well. It is very inspiring, and let me encourage you to do this also. Please like, subscribe, and share, and I would love to hear all your comments. May many blessings come your way. I'll see you on the next one.